I actually been watching some old Tekken tournaments, and sometimes I see something, be like, "What? Is that really like better than the thing?" And then I go actually go and play in a bit, and be like, "Wow, that's like I saw someone
Oh hey,
playing
Sound Out
Josie.
came first.
I saw someone playing Josie, and I was just like, I actually legit stole one of some of his techniques right last night. I actually started practicing and be like, "Oh, that actually works."
I'm just gonna pick my favorite character.
I'm gonna pick a favorite character too.
I don't know, man. Do you get to outpick your main?
I'm not letting the algorithm pick anymore. I'll just pick.
Yeah, it keeps going. By the way, thank you 16-bit Jeff for the social media. People are just now popping in. But if I did this for the views, I'd be playing what, Fortnite? Obviously, I don't care about
Who does
views.
things for the views?
No,
Yeah.
no. Right now you should play Terraria because like its last update just happened. So
Which one?
Terraria.
Oh,
which is basically
Terraria.
2D,
Yeah.
2D Minecraft.
Yeah. Xenoverse got an update for Supreme Kai of Time to be added. To the
Wait,
roster.
what? That game still gets updates?
Yeah, you're not the only one.
I'm the only one who's still fucking not surprised that they're doing that because like I've seen them doing that. I remember like what was it 6 months ago they added the entire female roster got like bikinis DLC.
Huh.
They even added, I think they added even 21 to it now, so like you can actually play Android 21 in Xenoverse.
Yep.
If you can't see your T-Rex arms, you don't know you have T-Rex arms.
Exactly.
Power of faith.
How did you know my thought process so well?
Oh, there I go. That was pretty good to get it off the wall splat.
Thank you.
Hey, LPH.
Yo, LP.
Part of me was thinking, like, if nobody showed up, I was gonna stream Streets of Rage and just be like, call it trophy hunting.
You know me, I'm always up for Tekken Tuesday.
Oh, armor.
Oh, I see how it'd be.
Oh, there you go again. You and
There I go
LPH.
again.
You and LPH are like masters of that.
Yeah, it's great when we fight each other and it's just rage counters.
Who rages first? Oh man, 4-4-2.
Oh, right in the ass.
I like how he looks like Rambo.
That was kind of what I was going for.
I saw
I was like, what if we had Spanish Rambo?
Wow! I was like, I'm still on the ground, right? What? I'm on the ground. That's not gonna hit. Hits. Well. Oh wow! There you go. Shoot. I thought I could. He didn't rage art.
It's over, Miguel. I'm at the low ground. Fuck you.
I hit where I want to hit.
I will punch you wherever you are.
Over
Not
here being
wherever
that one guy from Spider-Man. What was his name? Spot? He could teleport punch you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
The Spot.
LPA said that movie is 15 years old today.
What movie?
Revenge of the Sith.
Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh.
Yeah, 15 years ago I was traumatized as a child in the theater.
Revenge of the Sith. I have that on.
You know-
I have that on DVD, and if I remember right, because I have the original Xbox still, if I remember right, there's a demo for Battlefront on it.
Yes.
Because I remember playing it on the original Xbox. Yeah.
I mean, I actually didn't hate Revenge of the Sith when I was
I liked
younger.
it.
I liked it too. I thought the final battle, like the choreography, was pretty good actually. So
Where can I learn this power? Not from a Jedi.
Yeah, Order 66 traumatized me as a
Yeah.
child.
And then
I
you
thought
see
you
Clone
meant-
Wars building up to
I
it.
lived and breathed the hype of the Jedi for 3 years.
Yeah.
Because they were putting them on, like, Go-Gurt packets, and there was, like, all kinds of books, and they put out toys with all of them, and then I'd watch them all get murdered, and then I go through it multiple times because they keep going back to it.
And then the cartoon builds up to it.
Yeah, and then
guess-
Jedi Fallen Order makes me play it?
Yeah.
you were playing Fallen Order, you just got flashback, you got PTSD, but like, oh no,
I heard the music, and I was like, oh no. Oh no, we're doing this. Oh no.
Lord Doom, how's it going? He said I was into Sith, so I was hyped, Kappa. Something I learned. You know Darth Pelagius? We keep talking
Yes.
about. And also in Skyrim, there's an Emperor Pelagius. Apparently, that was a real guy, and he was in church
Really?
history as a heretic.
Huh.
And I was like, huh. So he was a well-known heretic in history. I'm like, oh, interesting.
Someone been practicing fucking Lucky Chloe here?
Have you?
No, I picked her by random.
With that
A
outfit?
random choice. I didn't use the random select.
Okay.
I guess I never stopped playing Tekken since last week, even though I was playing Mortal Kombat.
You were in Tekken mode the whole time. What is
I was
Lucky
playing
Chloe?
Mortal Kombat ranked, and that was an experience and a half.
Woof. I heard the netcode is decent though, is it?
It is. It's pretty decent. It's just the people that play are annoying.
Okay. KI
I
and Mortal
won a
Kombat.
round on a guy, and he quit the match, and then
Wow.
jokes on him in ranked. Okay, so here's the nice part about ranked in Tekken, Mortal Kombat. Sorry, in Mortal Kombat, you're forced into best 2 out of 3. Your best of 3 matches are forced, and if you leave, you forfeit the win to the other person.
Oh. Something I wish more games would do. 2 out of 3 force.
Yeah, so because of that, I got 1 round on this guy, and then he forfeited. I'm like, really? Are you
I
dumb?
forgot it's a low.
It's a low, yeah.
Yeah, I
But he didn't
forgot
spell
it's a low.
Chloe though. So he didn't kill you, he didn't spell Chloe.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I'll
That
block
was the wrong one.
what?
That was the wrong one. That was not even what I wanted, but alright, I'll take the win.
LPA said Order 66 is both the best and worst thing in Star Wars.
Yes. It's this defining moment that gives me so much heartache and pain. Of deep childhood trauma. It also reminds me of my
What
deep
was that?
childhood trauma watching Star Trek Nemesis.
You just dancing, no reason? I guess.
Trying to figure out if it does anything, but so far no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I...
Didn't spell Chloe though, but that's
I don't
definitely
know how
right.
to do that.
So
You keep
You're
telling
supposed,
me.
you're supposed to time the button with the hits. And
Yeah. And she'll spell Chloe, which does more damage. So her Rage Art has a hidden rhythm minigame.
I love rhythm minigame. Actually, no, I hate rhythm minigames. I
Oh,
don't
hey,
like rhythm
Jeff.
games and they're full-blown games.
Oh dang! You had a power power outage. It's summertime. It's gonna happen a lot more here. I know. I'm already dreading it.
Oh, come on, I pressed the fucking elbow.
Especially when I'm working on my Mac or something. Watch. 'Cause I'm still keeping my Mac, even though I'm getting a new computer soon.
But, like, what you said about the order, what you felt like, I think that's kind of how I felt with the new trilogy, especially with Captain Phasma. Because she was
Phasma?
everywhere. She was everywhere. She was in promotions. She was in, like, they were like,
And she
acting
had
like
3
was gonna
minutes
be-
of screen time.
They fucking painted out like she was gonna be the new Boba Fett, like she's gonna have some like importance in the shit. Like And she had like
Well,
yes, 3
she
minutes.
was the new Boba Fett in the sense that she had very little screen time.
Yeah.
But she did jack fucking all the
That's
only
true.
time. And then in the final and then
Technically
in the
correct sound out, the best kind.
Yeah, but like they were painting out to be like some new threat, like in the same vein as Boba. I was like, you fucking piece of shit, because she was everywhere. She was. I have like a Pepsi like glass on her because I was like, oh fuck, she's cool and all that.
LPH said too many things happened on May 19th, and Jeff was laughing exactly about the Boba Fett screen time thing. Is saying.
It's just so fucking frustrating because like I was like, oh, it's
Also,
cool.
she had a really boss death scene in Last Jedi, and then they cut it.
Yeah, that pissed me off too. Like, I like Finn, but the way they fucking made her go out was like, was the most weakest shit ever. Like, and no one fucking complained that, like, you have so many people like defending this movie with like, oh, it's a power fantasy for women and all that and all that shit. Like, I think one of the writers even said that like it's supposed to be for women, like it's a power fantasy. Like, why not? Why is no one complaining about Captain Phasma? That's was painted out to
The
be
only
this
female
badass
villain in the movie.
Yeah, the only but get treated like she's fucking nothing. 3 minutes in the first movie, and shows up for like a minute in the second one. And
Oh god. Those parries.
Not to mention she had a longer scene, and then
Knees and elbows. And
she was supposed to have a fight scene with Finn, if I remember correctly.
Whatever punch you throw a punch, do a throw with that same button you threw a punch with.
Okay.
And then that's how you do a chicken.
But yeah, no, that's the thing is that like she had a longer scene, and then they cut it because they're like, oh, we ran out of time, and it's like, you spent 25 minutes on Canto Bite. You had time. You just didn't use it well.
They didn't use it. Anyway. They didn't.
I think Rian Johnson's not like a bad filmmaker at all. I just don't think he was the right choice for Star Wars. His filmmaking style doesn't work for what Star Wars typically is.
The problem is also you make a trilogy and then you switch directors that much. Like
yeah, because the original plan was yeah. Here's the thing that was flawed from the beginning. Is Lucasfilm said, okay, we hired 3 directors to direct the trilogy, but they'll just do a baton toss. There was literally no plan because they were rushing the movies. They bought the franchise and put out a movie within 3 years without actually planning out how the trilogy was going to work, which is why Colin Trevorrow quit, because he's like, I don't want to deal with this mess. I'm going to go back to dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are easier.
Hey, remember those books? The Thrawn trilogy? Screw those.
Yeah. At least they brought Thrawn back for Star Wars Rebels, so he's canon again.
Oh, that's good.
You know, some of the best fucking games? They're not canon anymore. Jedi Knight.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
All 3 of them.
Sound how you dominate. How's it feel?
Yeah, that was... I feel like I'm not even thinking, I'm just talking about Star Wars, and I'm just...
It powers him up! Oh god! Change the subject! Change the subject, quick!
Tournament to start losing, I just come back there. So what about that Star Wars movie that
Lord Doom said, I felt like that about TOR-MMO. It had the Old Republic. It had some good bits, but others where the story took a huge nosedive. The Old Republic MMO?
Oh, yeah.
I played a bit of it. It's hilarious, because if you play the human and you play male, the very first interaction is Snake and Liquid. It's the same. Wow. It's the voice actors.
I don't know what I'm doing with Devil Jin.
It's hilarious because the voice of your playable character is Liquid, and the one that talks to you and teaches you a bit of the beginning portion is fucking Snake.
Jeff said, and this is why I'm a Star Trek fan. But,
that thing has also its issues, but
hey, at least here's the thing I've always said about Star Trek is that, like, hey, its issues popped up post 2005.
Yeah.
Whereas Star Wars' issues started in, like, what, 97?
I don't know what I'm doing with Devil Jin.
Especially since this is a rando, you should have gone main.
I know.
Also, rare to see Anna play her, so
yeah, I know, right?
Always something.
He saw your Anna. He was like, hmm. Oh, Pirate Anna too.
ER. No, that's
I will
something.
test you. What's 2 plus 2?
22.
My dad would say that.
Anna, the death note on your grave.
Ah! Oh god, counter hit 4. Oh god, walking. You assumed I knew how to play Devil Jin? Why would you assume this? Why would you assume I know how to use this character? Just because I picked him?
Probably because of brawler rank.
No, they all get brawler rank.
I know, but he doesn't know that. Maybe he does. It doesn't.
He should. It's a usurper. His real rank is usurper, which is.
Yeah, I know. I just looked.
And warrior,
That was outrageous.
meaning this person
they do
plays.
I don't know who. Well, usurpers.
It's
or
above
another
mine.
character. Yeah.
I don't. It's I think I forget if it's only 2 ranks above mine, or 3. Because the next one above warrior is Vindicator. Yeah, all I know is Hell Sweep. Oh. Mr. I actually know how to play the game with Anna. Oh, that's a slow low too, and I didn't see it. Yeah, there you go.
Man, you got slammed.
Well, yeah, I did. That was outrageous.
Like you said, Devil Jin.
It was probably talking about your other.
Yeah. When both of you, when you guys
trade and rage.
Oh yeah, that's
That's not
trading
a
the rage.
So yeah, you definitely want to go main.
I was planning to go main because I don't know what he's planning, but
Dragunov main. That's a wolf. Hey, when did LPH rank go up to initiate?
I think it's been there for a while.
Huh.
Because he's 1 rank below me. I'm second highest in those, and I haven't played it online since 2 weeks ago. I could probably push into green ranks, but otherwise I'm just.
And then green rank is hell.
Yes.
Oh, Lord Doom said something. Oh yeah. Shoot. Like the Sith Emperor leading the Sith Empire, but also having another empire in the background that was stronger than both the Sith and the Republic together, but was never mentioned before in any capacity, and somehow was never encountered by anyone. As he's talking about the new Star Wars movies, he's like, "Wait, what? You mean, where? How did you keep this a secret?"
Let me talk to your real friend.
Sound up? I need you to be powered up.
What?
Oh.
Oh, I like zoned out.
Oh, Lord Doom mentioned how the heck did Palpatine keep a secret empire that's stronger than both the Republic and the old empire and keep it secret? Like, how? Oh, nobody heard about this. LPH went question mark? That's slow low, it's slow and yet somehow it hits. There you go. Oh, sorry. In the Old Republic MMO, excuse me.
Oh, really?
That's
Jesus
what Lord Doom was talking about. So I lost track.
Really?
Sound I was talking about the Old Republic MMO, not the
Oh yeah, I never played it.
I wanted a sequel. Instead, we got an MMO. I mean, I think it is a sequel, right? But I'm learning single player.
I want a remaster of everything as a new game, completely built from the ground up. Same story.
Well,
Man, I
he
still-
really flipped the switch. He flipped the switch roll.
Yeah.
I just want a Fallen Order sequel. That's what I really want.
I still love KOTOR. I thought that was dope. The first KOTOR. Second one's
Make a
good.
KOTOR movie, you cowards.
Right? I thought that was the coolest thing, what they did with Darth Revan. I was like, yo! I still thought that was so cool.
Oh yeah. No, it's why I own 2 Revan action figures.
Yeah.
One, dark side one, and the light side
What, like,
one.
yeah, exactly.
What did I do?
Ooh.
I didn't notice you had a fucking second attack in that.
LPH said, I'm getting the bet. Yeah, go all out, LPH.
Yeah.
I'm getting the bet. Get your Louisville whack-a-smack.
So lovely.
Lovely.
Joints.
And that one is Vindicator. That's the, like I was saying, the one right above mine.
Vindicator just makes me think of the Alpha Flight character.
Yeah. Canadians.
Canadians are weird.
Lord Doom said, I hope you liked Revan because he shows up and dies twice.
That's
Who?
true.
Darth Revan. Assuming in the MMO, which, boy howdy.
I never played beyond like the first.
Oh, Lord Doom says the MMO, yeah, they pretty much just redo the events of the first KOTOR games twice. It's kind of weird.
Really?
Huh.
Talk about combat.
The only MMO I've played for an extended period of time is Star Trek Online. It's the only decent Star
Which I
Trek
think you
game.
still have, don't you?
Yeah, I still play it.
The only MMO I play is 14,
Yeah.
and I've played that over 3,000 hours. I
You
don't know.
were
Star Trek
playing it
Online,
before
I
we
find enjoyment
we
of.
got on.
Come over here.
Well, yeah, because when eventually I went for the Alliance raid, I was just like, oh, I got enough time. Then I started looking, and as I'm like done the first boss, oh shit, I'm about to start in 20 minutes.
You know that line of Negan's, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody called Jeffrey Dean Morgan on Skype and said, "We need you to record lines."
Yeah.
And he went, who are you?
Who are you?
Oh, like, yeah, because you know I was gonna bring it up. I mean, SoundOut's right. I was gonna bring it up because basically that's probably what happened. Who are you? They're like, okay, good, we'll use that.
Makes me think Hasbro's been live streaming the G.I. Joe cartoon on their channel.
Wow,
for like a
with
week.
that razor.
And they got to the episodes of Sergeant Slaughter, and sometimes when he speaks, he seems like he's in a different phase of reality, which makes me think they recorded him over the phone.
Oh yeah. Probably.
Or somewhere in a different studio, because he doesn't sound like he exists in the same realm.
The same realm.
That or just very poor audio mixing.
Either or. But I guess that's what happens when you get, like, you know,
Okay, let's see if
WWE
this hit.
superstar to be a G.I. Joe character.
Yes.
Nah, it's not gonna hit.
But the overall storyline of the MMO takes place after the single-player KOTOR games. And he says as far as Revan showing up in the MMO, he shows up, goes evil, you stop him, and then he comes back again in an expansion late and does the same thing. What a way to screw...
Does he say every time, like, strike a bio will come back more powerful?
Oh wow, a
than ever
chain
before?
grab. With a perfect too, jeez. Okay, Magneto.
So far, I'm the only one that actually got one round on him.
What was you? I believe.
But I think it was because he realized, like, that was actually going for tryhard, because, like, I think he just, like, went easy, because after that, he just, like, okay, no, I'm winning this then. Rushing?
We mean
Is it me somewhere?
wham, wazzle.
Wham Wham Woozle.
Woozle was.
Weasel.
Well, Woozle?
By the way, guys, like, hopefully, I might be able to stream the PC version of Tekken as well.
Oh.
Oh, it's gonna make me sad because if you stream a PC version, I can't join because I don't have it.
What's a PC?
Good question.
Oh God, you remember those iPad commercials everybody hated? What's a computer? Want to friggin' throw a rock at that kid?
I work IT, so I know that it hurts because it's so true.
Lord Doom says Revan just pretty much pulls a Jin the second time. The Sith Emperor is killed, and Revan's like, I need to bring him back so I can kill him for good. And everybody's just wondering why he thinks this is a good idea.
You know what's a real good idea?
So what? What was the one who wrote the story? Was he inspired by like Leech of just repeating the same plot line?
Eisen, yeah. Oh no,
It's
I'm not the
possible.
bad guy, after all. I'm just gonna be a bad guy. Doesn't mean I am.
You know what's one of the most disappointing Star Wars things?
What?
Star Wars Resistance.
What the fuck was that?
A show that did not feature the Resistance.
Don't think I ever heard of it.
Yeah, well, that's also
wasn't even
because
trying to do
Disney
that.
stopped promoting it after episode 1. Like, they put a trailer out, and then people were like, hated it, and then Disney never talked about it again. It, like, let it die slowly. It got 2 seasons, and I was like, this has got to connect at some point, right? And, like, the end of season 1 was cool, because it was like, oh, look, Starkiller Base just attacked and destroyed these planets. And I was like, oh, dang. Oh, the main character's family was on that planet. Oh, no. And then, yeah, then the next season, they're like, we gotta go find the Resistance. And then they never find them, and then they just get back to the planet they started on. They're like, yeah, this is fine. We'll just stay here. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, I guess.
I mean, this is the first thing I ever actually even heard of it. So
Like, it was interesting because, like, the first half of the first season was like, we're racing vehicles on the water planet. I was like, okay. But then there was, like, First Order stuff happening in the background. I was like, that's cool. We'll go somewhere. Poe Dameron shows up a few times.
What was that? You saw that? Asuka stood back up and then fell back down?
I don't know what happened there.
oh yeah, because I think the roll animation was.
But yeah, so then the second half of the
time-
season, they were like, oh no, the First Order is taking over our planet, and then they had to escape. And then they escaped, and then they went looking for the Resistance, and then they found the blowed up Resistance base from Last Jedi, and they're like, oh no, like, we guess we have to go here now, and then
I'm picking Paul
and
for
then at
this
the end of it,
person.
the First Order just attacked a
Yeah.
bunch, and then they fought things, and then
Yellow rank.
yeah, let's just go home, and then they just went back to their planet. And then a couple of their ships were in the Rise of Skywalker, just in the background. So I guess they helped somewhere.
Lord Doom said the first time the plan was, I'm gonna make an army of HK-47 bots to kill anybody in the universe with even 1% with DNA, so the Sith will end forever, which worked out to be like a majority of the known universe. So basically, Revan got dunked on hard by the narrative. Even 1% of Sith DNA, so it's like, that's everybody, dude. Oh. Well, so you were just trying to genocide, weren't you?
I mean, Sith is not like something you. It's not something you're born. You become through like not being able to handle your emotions.
This person plays a lot. 307 wins. Ah, jeez.
Jesus Christ! I
That
think it was
means
good to you,
that
Paul.
yellow rank may not even be like. They might actually play. They might actually be more closer to like a red or Genbu or Fujin, for all we know. They just don't play ranked a lot. For all we know.
I don't play ranked a lot.
There was an actual Sith species in KOTOR lore. Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
Oh, okay.
That sounds.
Oh man, that
bonkers.
was the wrong. That was the wrong sidestep one. I should sidestep 3. Yeah, you like them apples. That's right. No, I'm not retarded. That doesn't mean I'm still winning. I'm just saying, like, no, I'm making you work for it. Boom, hop kick.
Delayed hop kick, even.
Yeah. Woof. Okay. You're on me like white on rice. Okay. Really? Perfect.
Isn't that kind of racist saying?
No, I mean that's I've heard that saying from everybody.
I know.
The first time I ever heard that saying, oddly enough, was from a black person. The first time I ever heard that phrase was a black person saying it. I'm gonna be on you like white on rice. Oh, that was a hood perfect. I got back. I got a hood perfect.
No, I'm just talking since you're fighting against Zhonghua. I'm like,
Oh.
it's gonna...
That's an army saying. I heard it from a black person in the army. Like,
No, it's fine. It's a joke.
I don't know. You
That is
know,
all
Twitch.
sad.
I know. You can even make something sound like
Oh, there you
a
go.
word. And
So my comic shop reopened and there's new comics this week finally, but none of the comics that got published for this week are ones that I read.
what?
that
You
three,
don't want to get you don't want to get the new issue of New Warriors, or what the fuck it was called now?
Yeah, I don't. That got removed from the
Safe-
schedule completely.
With safe space and all that. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
no, that got removed completely from the schedule. I think it's gone.
Because, like, both sides of the aisle hated it. Everybody thought that idea
No
was
one
dumb.
thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, no one. Let's see
I think the
who.
problem with Star Wars lore, at least post before, I'm gonna hit random. Before Disney was that I thought the lore was even more convoluted because everyone could just like add lore to it.
LPH said Marvel
That's
and
true.
DC lore makes more sense than Star Wars lore.
Hey, at
Okay.
least it's not like Star Trek canon. That's not fun.
I only watch one Star Trek and it's New Generation because Picard.
Next gen's great.
It's really good.
But Deep Space Nine is where Worf actually gets to get some W's.
This is true.
Unlike New Generation, where he's just the Yamcha.
I mean, he is.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, no, it's Star Trek canon is fun because only the shows and movies are canon.
Yep. Or whatever
This-
Disney approves of.
Well, yeah, no, wait. Star Wars has a story group to decide what's canon.
Yep, that's what I mean.
Star
but
Trek
also,
Star Trek is madness because it's just the movies and TV shows. Even if there's comics and books that are meant to be tie-ins, to be prequels or sequels to stuff, they're not canon.
Huh.
Yeah, so it's like, oh hey, here's this 4-issue miniseries to lead into the 2009 movie. Okay, well it's not canon, but read it anyways. This is why I don't read Star Trek comics or books.
Hey, you know what I am right now? Because we have 3 bars and I'm playing Law. A 3-bar Law! Yeah. Woo!
I was
Good old
just
fashioned
waiting for it.
3-bar Law! Woo! Luigi partying meme.
Yeah, Star Wars has done pretty good with its new canon, but they kind of screwed up recently.
That was part of his wall carry, but I didn't know the rest.
Because they wrote an Ahsoka novel to kind of explain what she was doing during Order 66 as part of some vague flashbacks, but none of it lines up with what happened in Clone Wars.
No, the moment that they fucking decided that the Jedi Knight was not canon was the day they screwed everything up.
Well, like, I can understand, like, where they were coming from, where they're like, oh, look at the old EU, it was anything Lucas approved, which means literally everything, even though several stories get told 9 times over again. but then it's like, but then nowadays it's like, oh, here's the new canon and everything's supposed to sync up, but there's still a ton of plot holes. And then on top of those plot holes, there's a lot of like just really dull storytelling.
So LPH asked found out. So that means the X-Men Star Trek thing is non-canon.
Well, there's other reasons why that's not canon, but it's canon to X-Men because X-Men has a multiverse. Trek doesn't have a multiverse; it just has like
timelines, right? No.
Timelines, yeah.
Because like
Kelvin timeline and Mirror Universe.
One of the movies had that. For which movie was it? That was like I'm the OG Spock. Like what?
Oh, that was Star Trek 2009.
Oh, that was the first one. Okay, yeah. The first new one.
Like that whole trilogy is like in a new timeline because Paramount didn't own the rights to Star Trek anymore because of the CBS Viacom split.
Yeah.
That's where they came up with the idea of, hey, it's the Kelvin timeline, so these aren't prequels, it's a new timeline.
I wonder, does he still have the Coco
Which also, like, rectified a lot of it in my mind.
3-bar loss! They're on... I don't even know what I was doing, but like 3-bar law, it's just an automatic win, I don't know. 3-bar law. Alright, LPH, you get your revenge.
Get that run back.
And so, that's a good question, LPH. Sound out. You know what LPH asked?
What?
So is Battle Fever J canon to Marvel?
Yes.
Didn't Stan Lee come up with the idea?
He did.
Yeah.
Because Marvel Productions produced Battle Fever, Denji Man, and Sun Vulcan.
Oh, look at that.
Technically, all three are canon to Marvel.
Marvel owns three
Marvel's
Sentais.
Godzilla, Transformers, and G.I. Joe comics are all canon.
Oh, yep. You heard that, Alex?
What?
Marvel owns 3 Sentai series.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, they also, because Toei Spider-Man is canon.
Oh, yeah,
he showed up in
Spider-Man.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, he did.
But then because of, like...
Spider-Man is actually a canon thing, then?
Yeah, like, he showed up in the Spider-Verse comic and was like yo, I got a giant robot. He spoke only in Japanese, though. It was amazing. Everyone was like, what's he saying? And you're like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Also, 191 wins with this king.
Meaning, yeah. Lord Doom said, I remember having a conversation with a friend a while back about how the Sentry in Marvel was written out of the overall story again. There was also a Marvel crossover with Attack on Titan for some reason. I actually remember that.
Happened.
I actually remember the Attack on Titan thing. Look at that! I thought the picture was weird. Look at...
Oh, good lord.
That's a meme outfit, alright. LPH, get past the meme and defeat him. Uh-oh. Good throw break.
Phineas and Ferb are canon to Marvel. What else is canon? Like, everything is canon to Marvel. Technically, everything is canon to DC now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's like, if it doesn't line up with continuity, it's in another universe, but...
Oh, yeah, because they both can do that. Marvel has universe this and that, and DC has Earth this, Earth that.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not surprised by that because like I feel like that has been like an established thing for years, but apparently it was my interpretation of it.
Lord Doom says he loves that King outfit.
Here's the amazing part about DC is that DC actually, with their Crisis on Infinite Earths event on the CW, canonized every movie, TV show, both animated and live action. In addition to even the comics to exist within the same multiverse.
Ooh, nice. He jumped anyway. Huh. I thought he'd be stunned enough.
Like they did because they did tie-in comics to the Crisis TV event, which go where they're like, oh look, Fleischer Superman is canon, and the New 52 universe is its own universe from the other comics universes, and they just did like insane stuff, and like. The DCEU's canon to everything. So it's like it's almost like there's like 2 multiverses. There's like the movie TV multiverse, and then there's the comic book multiverse, which also includes a lot of the games, because a lot of the games had comic tie-ins.
Jeff said, this one I think, something about, Gen 5 is still happening, but it's to be altered and unlike the original plan, Scott Snyder is the head of this new era for DC.
That's a good idea. That's definitely a Jim Lee decision, not a Dan DiDio one.
Yeah.
Gen 5 was a Dan DiDio decision for sure, but Jim Lee's probably fixed it, so it's not going to be a giant disaster again.
Lord Doom said that a friend of his was surprised to find out Lucifer was actually a DC show.
Yeah, it's technically a Vertigo show, which is a DC imprint, and so technically anything in Vertigo does not automatically mean it's canon to the DC universe or the DC multiverse. But Lucifer showed up in Crisis on Infinite Earths, so...
Alright, sound out. Go all out for this guy.
Alright. Should I bust out Lay?
Remember
Yes,
the meme.
Awaken your persona.
They all have gimmicks, but Lay's gimmick is okay, but have you dealt with this? It goes whack-a-doo.
Alright, let's do it.
Kinky, we can have
Yeah, no,
crazy.
Lucifer is canon to the DC TV movie multiverse. He's on Earth 666.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So it's like he's canon. Yeah, no. Like
Jeff said,
technically
thank God for
everything's
Jim Lee being the new head. Happy to see him finally getting his due. And he said that...
Yeah, it's like Dan
Yeah.
DiDio gets out. Jim Lee's like, let's cancel that exclusive contract with Diamond. Let's get some new distributors. Let's fix this up. Let's start a charity fund for comic shops struggling through a pandemic.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah,
I
Jim
hope...
Lee showed up and said to everyone, look, let's be a good company again.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that reminds me, whenever I get cash, I should go up to that comic shop, the one near me, when I always go
yeah.
to Bob's.
Yeah, my local comic shop's open. I just have nothing to go buy.
Yeah.
Next week.
A lot of times
This
I
week
wander
nothing is-
in. They remember me as the guy who came in on a Tuesday instead of a Wednesday, and then I buy my latest DC comic and I walk out. But
Nice.
I might buy one of them omnibuses because they got a couple of those, and they usually have sales for them.
I love omnibuses.
Yes.
I got too many of them. They're freaking like I just have
Yeah,
these
they're
massive
huge.
books.
Yeah, they're huge.
I got the largest one I got is the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe one from the modern He-Man DC comics. It's 1,550 pages.
Golly, the literal Bible.
Yeah,
The
like
He-Man
bigger
Bible.
than any Bible I've seen too.
It's got the Apocrypha in it too, that's why. He-Man Apocrypha.
Yep.
Oh, nice! That was a good throw. Yeah, see, you don't know how to deal with a drunken fool.
Nice,
Jeff
stick around.
said he knew it was the right choice when DC basically said F Diamond.
Oh yeah. Like Marvel's too much in a disaster fest because of their movie site having problems right now to even like make strong choices like that. But DC doing it like really opened the door to breaking Diamond's monopoly.
And Lord Doom said, well, Majestic is canon to DC in some form. And didn't Captain Atom hang out in Wildstorm for a bit?
He did. He canonized the entire Wildstorm universe, including Thundercats.
Oh, wow. And then LPA said, too bad everything is not open in New York until the fall. And Jeff said, also, who here finds it nuts that the original cut of Justice League might actually be announced?
Yeah, apparently that might happen. Which
And all
is-
those nutty fanboys that keep... It's like, I don't mind seeing it, but all those people that keep asking for, like, oh my god, you were right to mute
Yeah,
them.
like they literally harass social media people that work for Warner Brothers, and I'm like, that's not cool. It's
Yeah.
just a movie, guys.
Exactly.
Calm down.
It's just a movie. Is this your first day on the internet or what? People harass people for the shittiest reasons.
Oh yeah, no, like it. But the thing is that it's not just like random people. It's like a whole movement of, hey, let's harass people. That's a cool, right? And it's like, no, please, just, like, do normal things. Like the Star Wars fandoms, like make Solo 2 happen. That was like a 2-day event. Not like a freaking 3 years now of asking for this cut of the movie that until like 3 months ago we didn't even know existed. And even then, probably will not live up to people's expectations. Because Okay,
Ooh, man,
that
you
actually
had
went better
two.
than I wanted.
You had two. Oh man, I was like, bro, let's go.
That was close. This is the thing with the Snyder Cut that's going to
He-Man had
happen,
a.
and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
this is what I'm going to tell you is that it's going to come out, and people are going to hate it. I'll tell you why.
The two
Not because of the
randos are gonna
content.
fight.
Not because of the content, because there are no finished visual effects. There are probably missing scenes, and to piece it all together, there's probably going to be just like little tidbits of scene missing because there literally didn't, like Zack Snyder didn't get to do the reshoots he needed to do.
Oh, yep.
Because reshoots are entirely essentially that's what the problem is that reshoots are an essential part of blockbuster filmmaking, and without having done them, it's going to lead to a choppy product. I mean, with Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, they put together all the footage they had that Richard
This is gonna be
Donner
interesting.
filmed of Superman 2, but they had to use pieces of the final version of Superman 2 in order to complete the film, and that was because they had to bring in shots that were like visual effects shots, because that part wasn't done for this other part of the movie, because it never got to that stage. I
Lovely
think
is
Justice
using
League would be the same
Josie.
way.
Yeah.
Jeff said
Because-
Jeff said he was glad that the movie's coming out or the cut, but like f those fanboys and how toxic they were.
Oh yeah, no, and they all better buy HBO Max subscriptions.
I actually am gonna try and get HBO now and get HBO because it comes with them now, right?
Yeah, you get now, and then you can it'll just auto upgrade to Max on the 27th.
Oh, there you go.
Like, that's the thing is that, like, if this thing comes out and they don't actually go out, if someone's HBO Max exclusive and they don't sub, their whole 3-year journey was invalid and for nothing.
Exactly.
Because Warner Brothers is gonna take a chance Warner Brothers is taking a chance to release this,
Oh yeah, he's
and
doing
hoping
the
it doesn't
Sway
backfire.
or she, I don't know.
And so they gotta at least get some
Ooh.
return on that investment.
Sway and then the
because-
Wall Rising 2-1. Go ahead, sorry.
The reason why we've not gotten the Snyder Cut until now is because Justice League was a financial failure.
It was.
People got so wrapped up in this isn't Zack Snyder's Justice League that they didn't go see it. Then, therefore, not giving Warner Brothers any confidence in releasing a second version of the movie, let alone doing any sequels. And that's the problem, and that's the toxic side of the movement, was the fact that, plain and simple, if Justice League was a huge financial success, they would have had no problem doing the Snyder Cut as an alternate option for home video. But because it was a giant failure, they didn't really want to repeat that failure and put more money into something like that. And that's the part that people tried to, send me death threats over on Twitter about, and I was like, it's the truth, though. And then, 3 months later, there was a literal, interview with a Warner Brothers executive that said the exact same thing, and I said, see? I was right. You just didn't listen. I was planning to get HBO Max beforehand, because it's, a ridiculously nutty streaming service.
Yeah, it's got how much? It's got how many networks?
So when they announced it, I was like, okay, they're just gonna put in
that Josie
everything
dropped
Time
the
Warner
ball.
owns, which is still a hell of a lot of stuff. And then it's like, oh no, they got the streaming rights to movies from Universal, from Fox, from Lionsgate. They got the BBC content for Doctor Who. They got Criterion Collection for Godzilla films. And then I just stopped reading because I was like, how much content is going to be on this thing? So yeah, I don't know. It's going to be wild.
Do you see the chat sound out? That's not. It's
I
okay.
see
I'll
the-
read it.
Read it. I don't see the chat.
Okay. Jeff said he wholeheartedly agrees with you. And LPH said the DCEU is not the best or worst thing in DC. Lord Doom said he personally never cared about the Snyder Cut, but he's always been more invested in the comic side. Jeff said regardless of what happens, he just wants a new Superman movie with Henry coming back. And Lord Doom said, also, I kind of wonder how many people who are crazy over it being released will actually support it and not pirate it, which is what you were talking about.
Yes,
They better actually support it. Like,
the
that's
thing
what I
with
did
the whole,
with Shenmue. Like, Jeff bought Shenmue 3. If I had the money, like, and that's what I did with Streets of Rage. When I actually did have the money, I was like, look, I want this. I'm voting my dollars. I'm voting my money. Sakura Wars.
It made me so mad to see so many people that wanted Young Justice renewed. But the second they announced it was on DC Universe and they'd have to pay a streaming service, they were like, "Oh no, I'll just pirate it instead." I'm like, "Why were you fighting for it then?"
It's like Shenmue 3. It's on Epic though. I'm like, oh boy, that's a whole other can of worms. I know, but
this is why I never do that. Like, I never demand something. I just hope that I get a sequel, because like depending on where I get to watch it, I'm debating, like, if it's not on like a streaming service I'm already like subscribed to, like, I will pirate it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of.
But I can never go around demanding shit like.
Yeah, like, and the thing is too is like the Clone Wars and the Young Justice like movements I was a part of.
Yeah.
Because I saw those logically happening. Like, there was good reason for both to happen, and both did. And it just, required a lot of studio convincing, which happened. And so I'm glad those happened. With the Snyder Cut, that was something I was like, this is a completely an unrealistic expectation. Now, that being said, when it does get released, if it's in a way I can watch it with ease, I'll be glad to watch it. Because I always find alternate cuts of movies to be interesting. So
it's interesting, but my issue with people with the whole like Snyder Cut thing is like, I don't know, people sound like, oh, if it gets released, it's going to make the movie so much better.
Yeah, no, that's the problem too. Is that
it's
that's
not gonna,
like
the movie's still going to be
a majority
shitty.
of the movie. Yeah, like they've literally said it's a better movie, and I'm like, you don't know that. You have not seen it. Warner Brothers executives made the changes because they weren't happy with how the movie turned out. There's a reason. Like, executives are dumb, yes, but there's a reason why they decided to retool a movie.
No, I didn't know we could do that.
So I think that's the other problem, is that the movie's not going to be finished, and it'll lead to fans being disappointed because it's not finished, and they'll probably be disappointed because it's probably about on par with Batman v Superman. But the thing to consider too, this is the part that everyone was like, oh, well, Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League is more serious and less comedic than
How do you know?
the Josh Whedon editions, and I'm like, yeah, but then explain all of the set reports of reporters that visited the set and said that there was a lot more jokes and one-liners, and it was a lot more lighthearted and comedic of a movie. And the thing I find interesting, too, is a lot of the scenes that people complain about in the theatrical version of Justice League were shot by Zack Snyder, because they have his filmmaking trademark on them. Like, people... Like, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but there was, like... People were like, oh, why is Wonder Woman dressed with these tight pants? It's so sexist. Zack Snyder would never do this. And I'm like, yeah, but look at the lighting and the way the camera was done. That's a Zack Snyder shot right there.
Lord Doom said, actually, LPH said, I'm still waiting for Wonder Woman 84. And I pay for Netflix just for the Marvel shows, although... I guess what's going on with that? And Lord Doom said about with the panda. Gone. Local man chases panda.
Oh my god.
I want to click that. But,
and Jeff said, basically, so what SoundOut is asking you is that they roped themselves into a corner?
They've been roped into a corner for 3 years now.
And instead of doing the right thing and halting production, they just opened it. Okay.
Because here's the problem that happened with Justice League versus, say, Solo: A Star Wars Story. Solo: A Star Wars Story also had a director switch. But they brought in Ron Howard halfway through production. Because they weren't happy with what Phil Lord and Chris Miller were doing, because they were doing a lot of improv comedy, which doesn't work with Star Wars' overall general tone. And so Kathleen Kennedy pulled the plug, stopped production, brought in Ron Howard, said, please make this a Star Wars movie and not whatever was going on here. Yeah, whatever they were doing.
No, National Skin.
And so he essentially reshot 80% of the movie and then provided the final version, right? The problem with Justice League is that they finished shooting, did a rough cut, screened it to Warner Brothers executives, and then the Warner Brothers executives said, all right, bring in Joss Whedon, we need this thing to be really, really Marvel. And then they went and did, like, so many reshoots that had to be all worked around actor schedules and Gal Gadot being pregnant and Henry Cavill having a mustache. And then they started to splice it together to try to make a movie, even though, like, everything was lit differently in the Joss Whedon scenes. And everything was shot differently in the Joss Whedon directed scenes. And so there was, like, some quotes of, like, oh, no, he's keeping Zack Snyder's style. He's like, no, he didn't. That's pretty obvious. But the problem is they tried to quote-unquote fix the movie after it was filmed. And so they spent an ungodly amount of money, which threw the production budget over $300 million. And then yeah, it turned out to be a giant mess, because you had a clash of two different styles. Instead of just, like, I think what they should have done was probably just, say, cut their losses, you know, put out Justice League as it was, and then deal with the backlash and adjust for future movies.
Forward or back 3+4 gives Kazumi's floaty stance. So if you do forward 3+4,
you know how to do that.
Yeah, forward of both kicks. Before it used to be harder. Now she can just do forward of both kicks.
Shit.
And she can do her floaty stance, which is where you get all her cool moves from.
Why the fuck is he doing like a?
That's
a
because
wrestling?
he has Tanahashi's outfit on, and he's doing Tanahashi's Sling Blade as his rage art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's New Japan stuff.
Oh, yeah, New Japan.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the third round, you're probably gonna hear "Go Ace," and yeah, and Sound Out knows Tanahashi because he's in Toku too.
Yep. I'm half tempted to buy Super 7's Tanahashi figure just to throw him in a Toku shelf.
and then take a picture and send it directly to Wheels, and say,
Yes.
"Forget your cake, Ethan."
Just him hanging out with Garo and fighting Forza.
Oh, here you go. There's Go Ace. Do you remember anything from me playing Kazumi, or?
No.
Okay. You don't remember her down forward one at least? Which you actually did, but you pushed the follow-up. Actually, you should just play Tekken.
But yeah, I think
Just play
wrap
Tekken.
wrap up my DCE.
No, that move is
discussion.
good. That's how Arson Ash beat me.
I know.
He just kept doing what you were doing.
So to wrap up the DCU discussion, the biggest issue was that Batman v Superman underperformed in Warner Brothers' eyes, and then they thought they're like, we need to make every movie lighthearted because doing dark is not going to work. It's like, do you know who you hired?
Yeah. You know who you hired. Exactly.
That's also apparently why they made tweaks to Suicide Squad to add more comedy as well, and bump it from an R to a PG-13. Which David Ayer said, yeah, there's no Ayer cut of the movie, we just adjusted it during reshoots. That it wasn't that far off from what the actual final film was.
Every movie has a director's cut. It has to be.
Apparently.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. Sometimes director's cuts are a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit.
Like,
Also, Dark. The thing about Dark is that Dark can, but like the way there's Dark and then there's Edgelord, you know. I think that's what.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
a dark movie is, you know, in tone, and it can be like
a dark movie is Joker. An edgelord movie is Batman v Superman.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good way to.
You got what I was saying.
Yep.
You know, I still haven't seen that movie.
And Jeff, you said exactly. Don't forget they also
I haven't
had
seen
it.
Joker.
Oh, that's
I was
right.
kinda waiting to see
Was it
HBO
Suicide Squad? He said that one was edited by a music video company of all things.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The post production was handled by a music video company, which is why because the thing was is that somewhere along the line, David Ayer was like, "What if we just give them like title cards?" And then he's like, "We need a company that can do that." Ooh, music videos. Apparently, it wasn't like entirely a Warner Bros. Decision. Like David Ayer came up with the idea of title cards, which is why like Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous and Emancipation and Harley Quinn did the same thing.
I
I'm
wish
only
that...
rolling off that title because I'm looking at the Blu-ray right now. I have visual contact with the title. Otherwise, I did not remember all that.
That sounds like a Simpsons thing. That sounds like a movie Ned Flanders wrote.
Right. Yeah, no, I don't know what was up with the title
hey.
of that. It should have just been. It should have just been Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. That's what they called the comic.
I mean, apparently, I've never seen the movie also, but from my understanding, it's less about Harley and more about everyone else, but they keep...
Wow! I didn't know that would make the Rage Art whiff.
I can't turn around!
Oh no! Darn back turn stances. Dang, that would have been cool if you could turn around. You made the Rage Art whiff and then boom, like, nope, I'm stuck.
The thing with Birds of Prey that kind of works for me with that movie is that it's kind of half and half, a Harley movie and an introduction to the Birds of Prey. There's just some characters that get less screen time than others.
I think the problem, okay, this is my interpretation of what I saw, the few trailers I saw, because like,
the trailers are really bad. The trailers do not represent the movie.
No, but here's my interpretation, and
yes.
Wow,
that's kind of, so
that was pretty cool ending.
It feels like they're trying to make a female Deadpool.
That's kind of what Harley's morphed into over the last like 5 years. That's for sure.
And I feel like that's a bad thing because like she was never supposed to be this self-referential, being.
And she's not that in the Harley Quinn animated series, which is great.
I want to see that one.
I saw a couple episodes on Sci-Fi. Right? Wait, it was Wheels who told you, right? He was like, "Hey, Jerry's finally watching the Harley Quinn show."
Yeah.
Because apparently that one is like really
funny.
good.
Yeah,
funny and.
Oh, it's hilarious. There's a lot of references to stuff in the DC universe that like. There's like a lot of obscure references mixed with like current references, and it's just there's a lot of great stuff in it. And then it's also like
kind of like.
It also has like its own serious moments of actual heartfelt things. But then at the same time, it's next week they're going to Apocalypse.
Oh yeah, Jeff said, looking forward to finally watching Birds of Prey. I hope it's good.
It's a movie where I literally can't tell people if it's good or bad because I think you need to watch it for yourself because it's completely unlike. I think it's like probably distinctively the most unique superhero film to come out in the last decade. In a lot of the ways that it's made, and it's formatted, and the way the story is told. But you're either going to like it, or you won't. But you won't really be able to tell until you actually see it.
Lord Doom said, well, at least they didn't go with a true ending with the Justice League movie. From what I could tell, it's based off Earth 2, which had a different ending. I've seen it, can't confirm it's a good show, Harley Quinn. And he goes, now I'm hyped to hear that sound out, thank you.
You're welcome. That's like my analysis of the film I've been putting out to people. 'Cause I'm like, it's not to say it's a controversial movie. It's just, will its style work for you or will its style not work for you? You won't really know until you see it. Because I think the trailers had a hard time conveying the movie in a lot of ways. But the movie does a lot of interesting things with formatting, which I think movies should experiment more with. Because format is not really a... like people talk about like story structure or is it linear, non-linear, or is it is things straightforward or are they more confusing? And with Birds of Prey it's like, what if it's linear and non-linear and it's an origin story and a sequel, but it's also not really concerned with being with either and has its own thing to do?
This person, lovely. They almost beat Magneto, but it looked like they gave up hope. And also, I like that customization. That's a Dragon Ball reference. If I'm pretty sure the fan. And
it's a Chi-Chi.
Yeah, I love that. That's cute.
This is why I went
OG Dragon Ball Chi-Chi is a waifu. It's just.
Yeah, no, she is.
But The Chi-Chi. And by OG, I don't mean, I obviously mean when she's grown. Please don't.
Basically,
Wait,
before
there's
the
parts of
ending
Dragon Ball where they're kids? I didn't know this. I thought only the Piccolo Jr. arc existed. Oh wait, that's just what Toonami tried to make us think.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Toonami aired the Piccolo Jr. arc so much more than the rest of it.
They're like, yeah, because this is the Goku you know. And I'm like, ay.
Yes, no.
Also, because the earlier part of Dragon Ball has too many sexual jokes.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
making
that's
jokes
true.
like, you know, like the OG Dragon Ball is nothing like, you know, where you know, Goku slams, you know, Bulma in the cooter, or flashes it without her knowing to Master Roshi. Roping.
There's a part I remember, I was reading the manga where Goku is fighting Pilaf and then with no pants and just his junk just.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, that's literally a thing.
Or how Yamcha wins against the Invisible Man by making comes in and spew,
Yeah.
you know, nosebleed all over by showing her.
all right, lovely.
Tits.
You get your run back against Magneto. Maybe because I don't know what happened. It looked like they were doing pretty good. Then all of a sudden, like it looked like they gave up hope. You saw that match too, right? When
no, maybe Magneto downloaded, you know, the
well,
fight.
because like it looked like Lovely like just gave up hope. Because they were doing stuff with Josie. I was like, oh snap! I didn't think about doing the down forward 4-1 like that.
Basically, the cheat sheet that we all saw. With
Oh god, yes,
Goku
Lord
after
Doom,
the years,
yes.
so that's-
The post-World Tournament Chi-Chi, yes, she's waifu.
yes.
Not the Chi-Chi that Yamcha thought was hot. Because I remember Yamcha did that as a ploy, but... And LPA said, too bad we didn't get that Deadpool. I know! I remember seeing a preview of it. That Deadpool cartoon.
Oh, yeah, I heard something about it.
Alright, you get your run back, Lovely.
Man, this time he should picked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume main, so.
Xiao Yu is their main, Lovely.
Yeah.
Carlo, his main is Dragunov. He still hasn't whipped out Dragunov.
And no one has given him a proper challenge yet.
Well, I mean, what I do, I picked friggin' Devil Jin. I wasn't trying, but I'm like, alright, you want me to try this time? Fine. Fine, Magneto.
Is that a bubblegum crisis?
Is it?
Probably.
Because it's blue, it's got the horn part.
Probably a Pris, yeah, what's her name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Chris
can't
Avila.
show this. Too much tits, guys. Too much tits. Sony, where's
Yeah,
where's
it actually does
where's
have too much tits for bubblegum to be, full bubblegum crisis.
I mean, it could be 80s anime had, like, you know, they were no shame.
That's true. I mean, heck, even in 80s anime, the bubblegum crisis it was fairly covered up. Like, the hard suits are actual armor.
That's true.
Remember 80s anime when apparently they actually could show.
Lord
without
Doom
any
said
issues?
about Yamcha, he still did it. It counts, even though it was a ploy, Kappa. And Jeff said, the one that Marvel canned because of a Taylor Swift joke. Yeah, I'm still salty with that cancellation. Along with the Daredevil cancellation on Netflix. I know. I love Daredevil so much.
Who the fuck cares what Taylor Swift or fuck her name is?
Well, because as Kevin Smith would or his buddy would call her, Tay Dolph Switler, because she be like that.
You know, I was just thinking, like, it's funny how everyone's like, oh no, Marvel Netflix shows are gone, which is like more like, oh no, Daredevil's gone because it was the only good one out of the 6 shows.
I mean, the one that actually had potential. Well, not at least on Netflix original, but the one I know that had potential that became shit. But apparently good again. I don't know. Arrow.
Oh hey,
apparently?
Best Buy sent me a text. Your order is running behind. Expect it on Thursday. Oh, there you
What
go.
is that?
Oh my god!
That
Lovely,
laptop.
Stop doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like,
That Lovely like knows how to play, but they're like playing mad risky and like they're giving Magneto like what you call it? They're giving him
way
openings.
too many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it right there. Like
Also, to follow up on that, Arrow's a show that gets better.
Oh, hey,
and
thanks,
worse
Soul Bro.
Depending on the season.
Oh no, that was
I'm just-
Jeff in Soul Bros. I thought that was Soul Bro himself. Like, cool, thanks. All right, Magneto. I'm gonna go Paul. You're Mr. 100% win rate. I've beaten Elisa's before, higher ranked than yours. Not saying it's a guarantee, but I'm just saying like I have precedent for this. Paul Phoenix. Well, how about the stage I love so much?
So here's a question:
Shoot.
why are there so many damn moths in my state right now?
Bro, yeah,
What?
yeah. Sound was telling me that like he killed like 8 mobs, like, and then 10 more. I don't know.
Yesterday.
Like, golly.
I thought you asked like why are so many why are there so many mobs? I was like,
Two
what?
of them flew out of the car when I opened the door this morning.
And then that's why you were asking me, is there any biblical precedent for this?
Yeah.
Is there any
No, I
apocalypse
was
with
driving and
mobs?
one was apparently stuck in the windshield and just like blew through the windshield. I was like, is that another dang moth? I'm on the highway. What the hell? And there was like 4 of them at work, and I've seen 2 since I got home. I'm like wondering if this is gonna be like this is like an omen for Mothra showing up.
Okay, is this 2B? That's 2B.
Mexico.
Oh, that's right up 2B, yes.
Yeah, that's 2B.
Oh my god, I thought we were playing Soul Calibur for a second.
Right? Nah, son. How did that trade? Get out of here. Alright, with that. Man, that's... Elisa's not even... Wow, okay. You're making Elisa work. Woo! That was sick, wasn't it?
Nice.
Hell of a
Because of that super
comeback.
This.
You know what's a sad show cancellation?
What?
The Hulu Ghost Rider show. Because we need more
I think
Robbie
there's
Rose
only-
Ghost Rider.
I think there's only been 2 shows I ever was sad that never finished. Yeah, 2. One was Angel. Never got
Oh
finished.
yeah.
And 2. This is a show I can't remember what it's called, but it was. But they only had 1 season, and it was about like 3 friends that are like close. Go to a. I think they go to the one of these museums in New York or something like that, and they film themselves. But then an explosion happened, and they get framed for the explosion, and the other friend like just suddenly disappear, and they never see him again. And they're trying to figure out like why are they branded as terrorists.
That's amazing.
It's not
And-
Vanguard,
Sounds
right?
incredible.
What?
I'm just kidding. It's definitely not Vanguard. I just think of Vanguard all the time.
No, like this is not an anime. This was
I
an
know.
actual American like.
I know.
American-
Just, it's Vanguard though, right?
Anime Genai.
Anime
Anyway,
Gen.
but like, and I don't remember much. All I remember was was like again the first episode and the last episode, and the last episode was basically like they finally get. Like they finally meet the friend they've been trying to like, and all things are gonna get explained next season. But as the episode is ending, like the voiceover for the TV for the channel comes out like, and that was the last episode of that season, and season 2 never showed up. It's like, why did you take it in then? Why the fuck did you buy the licensing to air it over here and? But,
Oh man, I was close. Frick, I want a 1 back. Frick, I really want a 1 back. No, you're not that strong. I had you. I
And
just
I'm
got a
just
little
like,
too
why the-
antsy. I got antsy
like,
is
why
all.
And I was just like, what the fuck are you like actually giving me? Like, giving us a show that is pretty interesting, and then you just straight up say like, oh, there's no season 2.
That's some bullshit.
That yes, like I would be fine never know the show existed, because like it's been, I think it's been like over I don't know, maybe 15, 16 years, something like that, but like
Jeff went, in my opinion, Daredevil was the thing that was the best adaptation for live action. I love that Daredevil series. Iron Fist got better too. I mean, I still like the first season, even though people were like, I wanted to see more punching. I'm like, yeah, we got that in season 2.
Then everyone hated it because it was nothing but punching.
Right?
I don't know. It was just a joke.
I know, but but I wouldn't be surprised. Because I saw people going, no, it's more punching, but no. Oh, he picked. Oh, look at that Armor King looking like Akuma almost. But Akuma's already in the game, Armor King.
Also, Akuma is busted. Apparently, the arcade version of Akuma was super fucking OP.
Wasn't that Shin Akuma, basically?
Yeah, I think he got described basically as Shin Akuma.
Oh, that's you, right?
Yes.
Luke Cage, yeah, I like the first season. I didn't see the second one. Did I? No, I didn't. I never got around to it, even though I think it's still. Is it still? Are the Marvel shows, even though they're canceled, are they still on Netflix?
They're still on Netflix because Netflix paid for them to be produced, so they get.
Oh, okay, that's good.
But Marvel Studios can't use any of the characters for 5 years.
Jeez. So what? When is that? 2030?
Doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah. Hey, oh, I don't know. Oh, what happened? You had your counter hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, keep hitting him low, because Armor King kind of is super weak at low.
Boom, boom, there you go. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Jeez. 3, 2, 3 + 4. Oh, Shining Wizard.
Oh, you know what is a problem with Mortal Kombat's ranked mode?
What?
So, you know how the game has custom variations you can make? And you can, like, customize your moveset, essentially?
Uh-huh.
But in ranked mode, there's 3 presets for every character, and you can't practice with those outside of ranked mode, so... Sometimes I'm, like, scrambling around to find which variation fits closest to my variation that I made. And so it gets very awkward, because sometimes I try to pull off a move that I don't have available.
That's weird. Why can't you practice outside of ranked?
Right? I'm like, is there... The thing is, like, Injustice 2 had the same, like, deal, but it was just like, oh, you just turn on, tournament mode, and it'll be like, as if you're playing online, where the stats changes don't matter, or the move changes don't matter. But for Mortal Kombat, they're like, you're gonna be stuck into 3 standard variation types. And I'm like, but I specifically paired Sub-Zero's cold shoulder with his ice daggers, because it was a good combo.
I hate grapple types. Fuck me, because if you don't break, you're gonna get a shit ton of damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's LPH's sound out now. I wonder if this Magni... Oh, he left. Yeah, I figured he'd leave. Oh, I'm sick of being... I don't want to be in the bottom. I want to dominate. Good.
More fun with us.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think of something else to talk about, because, like, again, it's comics, and, like, outside of TV shows, like, from the 90s, I don't know much.
Well, let's talk about how Streets of Rage 4 should
Talk
get
about
DLC
TV
soon.
shows.
I don't know.
Talk about the TV shows. I like talking about the TV shows.
HBO now becomes HBO Max. I'm like, I already had to spend money today. Well, that's why I got the computer. I was like, look, I ain't buying no computer unless I know I have money to still not be broke and have paid the bills. Speaking of that, you know what happened? If I didn't buy it yesterday, I'd have been SOL because apparently that was the last day of that sale. I checked today and the price is back up to $600-700. I'm like, wow.
I did that with some Assassin's Creed DLC because I was like, this is going to go back up. I should get it now.
Yep.
Also, I bought a Mortal Kombat figure because he was on sale, so. I got Raiden. Which I thought was the weakest design, so I was like,
Is Big Bad Toy Store the one that still ships? Which one is the one?
Yeah, they still ship.
Because the ones in Japan, like Ami, you're like, don't.
Well,
don't
they're still shipping technically, but the Japan Post isn't accepting any packages to the U.S. because their storage has got full because the U.S. is restricted travel.
Woof.
I only have only one figurine that's waiting, but that won't show up until August.
I've had a box that was accepted by Japan Post April 3rd, and it's just been sitting there ever since.
Yeah, well, I pre-ordered mine in December, so like this was before the entire virus thing happened.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if they're gonna ship it or not anyway, because like it is from it is a Japanese store. It's from Ami, so.
Oh yeah, it's probably locked up with the Japan Post situation too.
We'll see. Again, my figurine or my my figurine is it's not supposed to release until August anyway, so I might have a shot. Who knows?
Yeah, you should be fine. Like I have a couple of Persona Figmas coming up where I'm like wondering if they're gonna gonna be able to ship them, but it's like I know DHL and FedEx can still ship. It's just the Japan Post for EMS or SAL or airmail.
Rage for Rage again.
Rage trade.
Nice.
Rage trade. Rage trade. Because what I'm waiting for is actually it's one of those Android Kirby one.
Aw.
Oh yeah, those are great.
The fun thing about that is that you don't need to change for Kirby, so Kirby just looks the same thing no matter what. Like,
it's a pink ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I like Kirby.
It's an adorable pink ball.
Speaking of Kirby, did you guys know we never got the anniversary collection?
Which one?
The one for the Wii.
Oh, you didn't get that?
No, European never got it. I was super pissed because I heard about it, and I really wanted it, but we never got it. Instead we get, like Last Story, Xenoblade Chronicles, and those at the time, but Kirby collection? No. Anniversary collection?
Niche games, sure.
Oh,
mainstream game everybody loves. Nah.
I feel like you guys got Xenoblade Chronicles just because they dubbed it over in Europe.
That wouldn't surprise me, but at the same time, I don't care. I thought it was good. Yeah. And I'm getting it at the end of this month when the Definitive Edition comes out.
The Definitive Edition looks nice.
It looks amazing. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until I get to fucking hear the mini boss song. One of the best pieces in the fucking game. Like, there's many good pieces, but I fucking love
Alright,
that,
LPH.
like, lead enemy theme that plays. Although it sounds like it should be an actual boss theme. No. The boss theme is like, yeah, it's a boss theme. But then you fight, like, named enemies, and it's like, you're fighting something strong.
Oh yeah.
And there's so many good pieces in the game. Like I played pretty far on the Wii, but I think I stopped somewhere like halfway through. Because unfortunately, it's like playing a MMO for a single player. Of how it's.
Yeah, that's kind of why I haven't been able to finish any Xenoblade games, even though I like them.
Yeah, same.
And also,
even the sequel.
I played the first one on 3DS, which was a mistake. But
yeah.
And that one was, you needed the new 3DS too for it, didn't right?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I already bought a new 3DS because I wanted it for Monster Hunter.
Yep, same reason. I bought it specifically so I could get that little nub pad for it.
I think Lovely saw LPH played Lucky and was like, "Let me show you, Lucky."
Right.
Oh, hey, look
Oh,
at that
yeah.
cami outfit. De verdade. That's Brazilian for Portuguese. So, as you know, Sound Out,
Yes.
in Spanish, the word is verdad.
Yes.
But she said verdade. But they still spell it the same way in Portuguese. But the D becomes a J, and I'm just like, what? It's just weird, like, things like that. It's funny to me.
Yeah.
I told you about that time I was listening to Portuguese for a half hour without even realizing.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was Spanish. I was like, oh wait, this. Then I heard the verdade, and I'm like, wait a minute, we don't pronounce it that way.
Guys, you
LPH is
remember that
actually
time
giving a
in
closer
Batman v
fight than I
Superman,
thought.
where Batman and Alfred spent
Good.
half a movie thinking the white Portuguese is a person instead of a cruise ship.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm like, why
In
did you
BBS.
never consider that it would not be it would be something besides a person? Like, world's greatest detective, that should have been like in the top 5. Like, what if it's not a person?
Yeah, what if it's an item or?
World's Great Detective joke. I like that. But this looks like
Ooh.
World's Greatest Detective, and Batman.
That
is
was
standing
crazy.
In the middle of like a street, and a megaphone. Had anyone seen Joker?
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool
I don't know where
rage
it's from.
drive.
Yeah, it was. I don't know where it's from. I've only seen that as a, like, when they want to make fun of it. Like, World's Great Detective. Has anyone seen the Joker?
Yeah.
Also, I know it's Batman. It's supposed to be Batman, but at the same time, how old is he usually? Like, what is his canonical age? Like,
So DC wants Batman to be 30 to 35 consistently, but he's had 6 Robins.
not only that, like learning so many martial arts.
What
that he
happened?
did,
They both
like
went
all the-
away. This is the ultimate fight. LPH, did you go AFK? Or is it just a meme off? Because her. Oh no,
It's just
no!
entrance.
That was. Oh! I have a theory about Lucky. I
What?
think you said it first, but I agree with it. Where I think she's probably half Japanese.
Oh, that part, yeah. We're a bit surprised by the way she. No. Our theory is that she
I'm
thinks
picking
she's
Kazuya.
Japanese or something like that. Isn't our theory
Is she
that
like Origami
she thinks
Cyclone from Tiger and Bunny? It's like, he's Russian, but he thinks he's Japanese. He's a
yeah,
weird.
like it's something like that.
If it lets this person ready up, because I don't know if they're either not readying up or if it's their end. Oh,
We're back to that now again.
oh, this again.
No, because because not only has he had 6 Robins, Batman also apparently knows a ton of
Well, I
martial
already told you I'm going
arts,
Kazuya, so.
criminal psychology.
Well, canonically speaking, he's supposed to have left Gotham City when he was 16 and then traveled the world for 10 years before becoming Batman.
Yeah, but even with those 10 years, learning all that things is like,
Well, he's also rich, so we can count in white
That's
privilege.
that's
being
his real
rich.
superpower. I mean, that's what I mean.
That was
true.
my favorite line in Justice League. What's your superpower? I'm rich. It's true.
It is. That's his superpower.
So what did he just pay like Father Time? Like, can you slow down here so I can like learn all
No,
this
he
shit?
just paid Kami to use the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, Kami was away, so he just paid Popo. He's like, here, take the money.
It'll be cool, a Karate Kid thing. Not Karate Kid, but Karate Kid. DC's Karate Kid.
DC's Karate Kid deserves more love.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. This is the first time ever.
Everyone
I-
needs to remember that the Karate Kid films had to license the name.
They
from
did,
DC Comics.
even though it had nothing to add.
Really?
Yep, they did. Yeah.
Yep.
In the credits, it even
Because-
says DC Karate Kid.
Yeah, 1969 introduced the Legion of Superheroes member Karate Kid. He was the first non-superpowered being to be inducted into the Legion, and basically he was just a kid from Japan that knew karate. But he was really good at it, and he had a lot of heart, so they inducted him into the
My
Legion.
ultimate power.
Just shoot him.
God. Damn it.
So yeah, so that's the story behind Karate Kid essentially. And so the thing was in the comics when they were making the Karate Kid movie, they were like, "Wait, DC owns this trademark," and DC's like, "Yeah, he's dead right now. You want to use it? Just pay us a little bit."
Yeah. That's what. Yeah. And if you watch the Karate Kid movie, it'll say DC's Karate Kid owned by DC, even though it has nothing to do with the
They're
thing,
completely
but the name.
unrelated.
Yeah, they are unrelated.
Yeah. They're just like, "Here, use the trademark. We're not using them right now."
Yeah,
It was a great
I
episode of
thought
Legion
Iron
of
Fist was a
Superheroes
bad
animated
mofo,
series.
but then I learned about Karate Kid. I'm like, oh snap, Karate Kid sees about everybody.
Karate Kid is like the Batman of the Legion, except the Legion has 35 superpowered members from multiple different planets, and he's a kid from Japan.
He just knows how to fight
Yeah,
really well, though.
he's the only standard human that can use a flight ring.
Oh boy, I felt weird on the right side, but you know, whatever.
There's a few
No,
Earth
I had the
humans
same-
in
I-
Legion.
It's
Like
fun on me
Colossal
too,
Boy.
so-
Colossal Boy was originally an Earth human that got like irradiated, and then he was able to grow in size. I did like there was one reset of the Legion where Colossal Boy came from a planet of giants, and then he just shrunk down to hang out with everyone. I liked that story a lot. I thought that was cool. Like everyone's just tall. Stop calling me Colossal Boy. I should go by Micro Lad. I shrink. I don't grow to my normal
fuck
height.
you. It's a good thing that doesn't stay between rounds.
Oh yeah, the devil mode. Woof.
Does that come out faster than my uppercut? Fuck.
Well, especially if it's the electric,
Oh my
but
god, the lobby emptied.
it did. Wow, what
Yeah.
happened? Golly.
Nope, Lovely's back.
Oh no, she probably was trying to, or he. I don't know, but am I assuming? Yeah, I.
Oh, and there goes Sound Out.
And it, oh, sound out left. Oh, that's what happened. No longer in party due to network error. Well, I'm by myself here. Oh no, hold on. Let me restart this party. Network error just farted on me. Come on, load. Fool. Okay, or don't load, whatever. Weird. So like every anime character. Weird. It just farted on me. Let me see if I can get the invites now. Granted, they're a match, so they're probably not gonna respond, but that's fine. Nope, still doesn't want to load my friends list. Oh, there we go. What is this network error? Well, let's see what's going on here. Of course, they're in the middle of the match. There we go. That was weird. Oh, wow. punting. Cheap punts. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Round 3. Fight.
Yeah, you're in a fight, so that's all. I was just. It said network error. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, the stream didn't die. It just said, we're gonna screw with the lobby and the party chat though.
Press button. Nope, nope.
Down forward 4, man. We could have used it, but oh, there you go. Never mind.
I know. I mean, I practice these as much as I can. The problem is that when you're then in a fight,
Oh,
you forget how to do combos all of a sudden. All of a sudden, like I can barely.
Sawdust seems to be having trouble.
Yeah, he's leaving and coming back in.
First yes, and then player 2. Oh, there he goes again. Oh,
Man, there's been a lot of issues. I had like issues with Discord all day when I was.
okay, there we go. Nice, good. Discord has been not working with me on my Mac.
No. For me, it was just that I had issues connecting to like servers. We get like me and 2 others of my guild in 14. We kept on get disconnected in the chat or re-authenticating.
I don't know if like quarantine is making bandwidth being taken up so much.
Apparently. Welcome back.
Yeah, it was a party. It was a network. It just said network error. Everybody left the party, including myself.
Well done.
And the thing was, it only affected the party and the lobby. Everything else, the stream is still fine.
Did you like those 5
Still
kicks I got?
streaming, but...
Do you like those 5 kicks I got to you, or what? You
Those
keep
punch
running up
kicks.
Yeah, I wasn't even sure what to do. I was like, do I know what to do when I play Nina? And I was like, no, I don't.
No, you just push square when you're on the floor. Because if you don't push square, you're just gonna get up. If you push square or up in square, you'll roll into the background or foreground, and the punch would whiff.
Yeah.
Oh, they're playing Master Raven. I didn't even. Wow,
Yeah,
I didn't even.
have it.
That's interesting. I gotta go to work and I gotta color Iroha. Who? Iroha.
Is that a character from Avatar?
No, it's actually from Samurai Showdown.
Oh.
Which I still need to get, even though like I heard the online is great, but good game.
Yeah.
Fuck, I keep forgetting about the teleport.
Next Tuesday, I gotta start learning RoboCop, so I can just dominate people in Mortal Kombat with RoboCop, because I won't see it coming.
Now you just gotta upgrade, right? You gotta pay what?
It's $40.
Golly.
Which,
It's kind of crazy.
It's
Even Capcom didn't do that. It was 25.
yeah, so, here's the thing. First of all, okay, $40 for RoboCop, I'm fine, because it's RoboCop, but
That fucking teleport keep getting me.
getting Fujin and Shiva is great, too. But, it's not 3 characters for $40. It's 3 characters and a story expansion.
Okay.
So the thing with the story expansion
Hopefully,
is no one actually knows how long it is.
Wait, what game are we talking about now?
Mortal Kombat Aftermath.
Oh, okay.
Because the Aftermath expansion's $40
Aftermath.
for those that have the game.
I'm still going Kazuya. I was just messing around, throwing his pistol. Kept trying to shoot.
And like at first I was like $40, but then they're like, look at RoboCop, and I was like, okay, here, have my money. But no, it's like the story expansion because the plot of the story is like Shang Tsung starts traveling through time, and you have to fight people at different parts of the story, and I'm like, is it going to be as long as the base game story?
I'd hope so for the money.
Perspective? Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering is if it is going to be like a full 16 chapter story. But it's nice because all the DLC people get to be in it, like Nightwolf and Sindel. And just like always, they're not going to try to wrap Joker, Spawn, and Terminator and RoboCop into the story, because...
Wheels says, I'm on. Well, I'm in the middle of a match, Wheels. Because I sent him an invite in the previous party, but... Samaka.
You know what the part that does bug me, though, about Aftermath?
What?
Is that if you can get the full game, the combat pack, and Aftermath for $60.
Yeah, so people who don't...
That's
The
pretty
people
good.
that hadn't gotten it yet, yeah, like, that's a hell of a deal. Because the first season pass was also $40, I think. I think it was 40. But it comes with, like... It came with 6 characters and, like, 25 skins.
Wow.
Yeah,
I guess...
Oh, Aftermath also comes with 9 skins, so there's that too.
Wowzer.
I guess NRS is just like go into DICE approach of like after a year or something like that, everything is much cheaper. You get everything in one collection.
Yeah, like Injustice Legendary Edition, Mortal Kombat,
wow, I tried.
XL, Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, Injustice Ultimate Edition. Like it seems like
Is that what ES does with their
if you
fucking
don't
DICE
want to
games?
play it, if you don't want to play it for the first year, and you just want to play it for like the story stuff, or just play it casually, like just wait till a year out and then get the collection.
I Doriad, but somehow it didn't come out.
Oh man.
You know that's some online stuff. That's some shenanigans.
Like for me, I'm not like, because like with Mortal Kombat X, I wasn't that enthused about it, so I waited till XL came out, and I just got XL. And like with Injustice, I was like on the hype train for Injustice. I bought the first Injustice 5 times because I'm an idiot, but I got different stuff each time. But when it comes to with Mortal Kombat 11, I was gonna do the same thing and just wait for Aftermath, but then I kept seeing gameplay stuff, and then I decided just to clear to the game through GameStop to play the beta, and then I fell in love with it through the beta, and I was like, well, damn it. Now I don't want to wait a year. And so then I ended up going in for the premium edition. So it was like, I've been able to enjoy the game for a year, so I'm not really too mad that the all-in bundle's a lot cheaper than what I
nice
paid
back
for.
too.
But I had all that time that I played it to enjoy it. And the $40 hopefully will feel worth it after 9 skins. Well, no, 12 skins, because there's a pre-order
Wow.
skin pack.
Yeah, I'm gonna invite you, Wheels. And friggin'. I'm in the middle of a match.
Also, it's still stream night, so...
No, because I invited him originally, but like he didn't know that the party got disbanded.
Who's back? Oh, wow, okay.
Tekken God Prime, get out of here! Who? What? Is that knee? Is that knee? Yo! Wait a minute.
I mean, all of that is fucking Tekken Prime God.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be knee or Lil Majin or somebody. Wait, who am I fighting? You?
No, LP.
You're fighting LPH.
Oh, I picked. Oh.
Yeah, so, normally you can send me invites, like, from 2 hours ago and it'll still work. This time it wasn't even working
Well,
at
this
all.
time was because the first party crashed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it straight up crashed on us. Like,
And Jerry was in a
Damn,
match when you were asking him to add you.
Yeah, since I didn't get an invite to even the new party chat, I was like, what the hell's going on? It's weird.
Because we were
Because I don't know you're on, so I'm like, what?
Oh no, yeah.
Also, we were kind of
No,
scrambling.
I assumed that like you cut the stream off early. I was like, since there was no like actual second invite.
Well, that's because
No,
we were trying to we were in the matches, and so it was a little bit chaotic.
Yes.
I mean, I wasn't even going to be here because I thought work was going to last longer today, but it didn't.
I
Said
got
it
up
would be
late
longer.
and was trying to get a shower, but my fucking leg wouldn't stop having like this weird spasm. So every time I was in the shower trying to wash, my leg would just still go, and I couldn't do anything because I was like
Have
literally
you considered cutting it off?
I want it off. I really want it off. Jerry was there the other night. I asked Project, could he come over and cut it off? I'd let him use it as a blunt object to beat up people.
No,
I don't know how.
Well, Son of Basics just said, like, no, I can't stay. It's Tekken Tuesday. And he walked off. And the manager said, yeah, he's right.
Oh god, not that dream again. Not that. It's WrestleMania, damn it! I gotta go.
Because we were done early. We were done early, and they were like, and I was like, so just go home. And they're like, yeah, unless you want to go back to the office. I'm like, nah, I'll go home.
This is the problem. They just shouldn't have gave you the choice. They fucked up. They played themselves.
I don't know how to use
Nah,
Shaheen.
they don't care that much. They're all like, yeah, we're temporary government employees. We don't give a shit.
I like how he keeps soccer ball kick you. There we go,
I was
that's-
hoping that would work. I didn't even think it would work. I was just hoping it would work.
I actually see some pro players actually use that as a way to confirm his super.
Really? I didn't even know pro players did that. I was just like, yeah.
I've seen a couple because of like the stun. You can do that. Like,
I was just like, this
I
auto
was gonna
work.
say a joke, Jerry, that you taught me, but I was like, no, that'll get you mad. I was like, but Jerry, you told me FGC recognizes FGC. I wanted to use that one, but I was like, wait, he might get mad if I use that one, so I gotta tell him I want to use it, so then he might not get mad. Because I'm like, I'm afraid he'll get mad at me for using it in this context of you going, oh, I didn't know they pro players use it.
Oh, here I go.
So, Wheels, have you heard?
Did Darkon die?
No, not yet.
Okay. No, what did I hear?
I did really good when we started the stream because I won 3 matches in a row.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, you dominated in the
And I
beginning.
was complaining about Star Wars the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, that gives him power, I guess. Complaining about Star Wars gives him extra power. Also, tell him what
You
you're
don't hear
gonna
me
do.
complain nearly as much about Star Trek, which is why I think I like it more.
Tell Wheels of what you're gonna do with Tanahashi. You're gonna take a picture of it.
Oh, I'm gonna buy the Super 7 Tanahashi figure and stick it next to Garo and Forza and be like, yo.
But you gotta have him like next to Kamen Rider Drive, giving him a power bomb onto an office
They
table.
don't
That
have a drive figure.
Well, I got drive figures, so
I'll mail
On
Tanahashi
loan?
to you.
I expect
my
it to be
problem is
right.
that they're all 7 inches for some stupid ass reason.
Because Super 7 makes 7-inch.
I
It's
know.
in the name.
Super 7's like, let's use the Mattel. Let's use the Mattel
Oh,
ID.
the thing is, like, 7-inch is like the collector's standard. That's not Hasbro,
Yeah, I know.
and
But-
that's because it's 7-inch. What was it? What was it? Randy from NECA was saying. He said
Because I
we
remember
don't
the only
do
ones who
6
use
inch
7
because
inch.
if we go 7-inch,
Ooh!
if
Nice.
we go 7-inch, our like investors are fine with us using more parts, and so you get better figures.
I have
You know,
no
'cause
idea
I was
what
gonna
just
say,
happened.
7 inch I only know is though technically Mattel though.
LPH says
No.
he
7-inch
wants
is
to buy
McFarlane, NECA, Super 7.
oh,
and
lovely left.
Some Mattel.
LPH said he wants to buy that Aftermath now.
Do it if you want it. Like, if you. The thing is, if you go into Aftermath only wanting the story expansion, I can't tell you for sure if that's a good deal, but if you want any of those 3 characters, then just do it. Like,
If I-
RoboCop sold me, and then the
I mean,
friendships
if-
are free, so.
If I even cared about Mortal Kombat, I probably would have like be like, ooh, I'm probably.
That's
gonna
the
wait
version
for
to
it."
get if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, yeah.
But,
Yeah, if you like Mortal Kombat, that's a big caveat.
I used to enjoy Mortal Kombat, but like these days, I just feel like now it's. I don't know. I don't like the gameplay for me. It's not fun. So. And it's a fighting game. Like you're gonna have you need
I
to have
get
fun
it.
game. You need to feel
You,
like
you gotta like the mechanics to like the game. It's a fighting
Yes,
game.
and I don't
And there's
like
not
the
enough bar
mechanics.
for you
Thank you,
either,
Jeff.
is there?
It's not enough waifus. That's the issue. Barely
Yeah,
any waifu
Bara.
material.
Yeah.
Well, that's because all the waifus in the game are like, look, we're gonna use your blood as a blunt object. Oh, I'm made of spiders.
Yeah.
I scream a lot.
Kitana's like the only kind of normal one, but then she has a fatality where she spins really fast and it sucks in your internal organs into a flurry of blood and
Somehow.
There
gore.
was
And I'm like,
one-
lady, what?
There was one I actually kind of.
Oh, no, 3-bar law! Ah!
Apparently,
Well, that's
she
an automatic
died
win.
In 10, if I remember correctly. What was her fucking name?
Tanya?
Yes.
Tanya was like, I do gymnastics.
Like, she was kind of hot in waifu material, but
Oh,
then
no.
she died. But she also kind of
3-bar laws.
semi-evil.
It's just... I try to fight against fate, but it's 3-bar laws.
Also, it's Sound who, spam rage charge when he gets a chance.
Yep.
3-bar laws.
It's
are
funny,
in-
I'm so much more strategic with Fatal Blows in Mortal Kombat because you can only do them once per match.
Oh my god, that actually hit! The bullet hit!
Yeah, so they didn't sidestep it. Look at that. Look how little damage it does.
Yeah, it's just a gag thing. It's funny though. What's your ultimate technique? To pull out a gun and just shoot him?
I mean, Indiana Jones did that.
Yeah. That was improv too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That entire scene.
It's funny because I met one of the guys who was one of the choreographers for that scene.
Oh no.
And he was like, we were kind of pissed because we went through all this work for that scene, and he just goes bang, and we're like, what?
I mean, it's
Oh, no.
good on the dude who was doing all the flips and everything.
Oh, no.
Like, they actually caught that fast enough to be like, oh shit, they're shooting me, so I'm gonna die here.
Yeah, no, supposedly one of the
That
guys
was
that was
sick.
actually on the set was like a little miffed that Harrison just was like, I can't remember all this, so he just pulled out his gun and shoots.
LPH said, yeah, all the MK waifus will kill you, and Jeff said, KI 2013 is GOAT. Too bad I'm not watching Evo online. Thanks, Mr. Wiz. And,
I'm still gonna watch the Tekken online. I want to see what kind of a clusterfest that's gonna be.
Oh, I want to tune into Street Fighter.
Oh, that's gonna be hilarious.
Like every other round
Lovely
disconnected.
commented before they left, LOL spammed that 10 frame stun. I guess that was when you were doing the punt.
Yes.
Probably.
There's nothing wrong with spamming unless you
I mean-
lose.
I mean,
Yeah.
I only did it because it worked for five times in a row.
Sound out was just like, what? Huh?
I was like, are you gonna stop rolling forward and just go like, are you gonna stop? Like, okay, no, get some air, just go kicking.
I may or may not have been trying to join the party and forgot that I was playing a match.
Oh, that too. That was weird.
In the beginning of the second round was because I was trying to get into the party, and that's why I didn't have things.
Hey, Jerry, did you hear that they still haven't found Shad Gaspard's body yet?
No, I heard. I did. Yeah, I was like, what? And also, my laptop got delayed to Thursday.
Okay.
Also, this is
But-
the final man.
But
Jerry,
boy,
did you hear about the
props
reason
on Best
that
Buy.
he wasn't? Did you hear one of the reasons why Shad wasn't rescued? Did you hear the full story?
no, I just know he was. All I know is swimming and gone. I don't know anything else.
So the full story was he and his son were swimming out at the beach when a bad current came in, and it was wiping both of them out to shore. It took his son out first, and he went out for his son to save him. And
Oh,
lifeguards came in, and they were able to rescue his son from Shad because he grabbed his son before his son got swept up by the current, and then that's
wow.
how he got swept. Another wave came down on him and the lifeguards.
So he was being
Isn't that the story
he
of
was
Mega
being a good
Tsunami?
father.
Yeah, he went and saved his. He was trying to save his son, supposedly, and then the lifeguards came. So he was like, "Fuck this shit, take my son."
Dang, man. That
And
makes
that's how
me
he
more
got lost in
sad.
the current. Yeah,
That makes me more sad. Oh man, he was just trying to be a good dad and rescue, make sure his son was alive.
'cause, like I don't know how old his son was, but I'm assuming his son was like, 10 to teen maybe.
Yeah,
So,
younger. Yeah,
Makes sense. Like not like two small words. Like why was he even in the water to begin with?
yeah. Eliza she plays like a worse Lily in terms of her combos.
She also plays like a Street Fighter character.
Well, yeah, I know her 2D part, but I mean like her combos are all like Lily's except worse.
Jerry, I see you liked a photo from the broken one where she didn't actually say anything broken in her posts and was talking about books and stuff.
Huh?
You know, when she was saying, what's your favorite fandom while wearing a weird green outfit. I'm making a reference to
Speaking
Ivy
of weird green outfits, did you see the
Oh,
Ultraman Z
okay.
villain?
Ivy Doom Kitty on Instagram, yeah.
The Ultraman Z villain, where he's supposedly a guy who's actually working for the government.
He looks like Ben 10 from a distance.
Yeah, no, I was telling somebody the one thing I don't like about this year's cast reveal is that they're doing it week by week just because of COVID. And I'm like, bro, this is making like reporting stupid because it's like just one actor. Like, there's not enough content for like most of the actors that they revealed.
We did that for like frickin' Fire Force.
Yeah.
Remember that? Darkon wrote like 14 articles with Fire Force's cast.
Wow, what was that?
That's why I was like, wow, that's just
Elijah just kept sweeping. LPH is like, I got you here.
Oh yeah, well, I got a Marvel Legend
Drop
in
the
mail
combo.
today, which is a weird experience.
You got a Marvel Legend in the what?
In the mail.
Okay.
I ordered a Marvel Legend,
Well.
but I got guy
Uh-oh.
who got erased from every timeline, Captain Marvel.
Okay.
That was actually closer than
Very happy.
you'd have
Yeah,
thought,
I
huh?
thought it'd get made.
Yeah. But that's because also in the first round he kept like punch, and then grab me. And the punch, and I was just like, fuck, how do I do this?
Oh, this it's 6 o'clock.
Yep.
Last one right here.
Last
Oh yeah,
round.
LPH already. Yeah, this will be the last one. You and Sound out.
Alright, Sana, do me a favor and pick Fire and Brimstone, because that's the last match we always have to, arena we have to go on.
Alright, who do you want to fight against?
I don't know, pick whatever. I'm going Josie anyway, so.
If you're going Josie, then go lay your armor king.
I'm just trying to get my space matches in.
Part of me is feeling like not.
I haven't played Gundam
working.
Battle Operations since the Maxi Boost on beta.
Oh god, I think Tekken Tuesday is helping you psychologically Sound out. So the wait for Maxi Boost is it as painful?
Yeah. I still can't pre-order the game.
Still can't even pre-order it? What the heck?
I know, I don't know what's taking them so long. Guilty Gear got delayed till next year, which I was like, thank God, fix your lobby.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that lobby. You saw it, right? Right, Alex? The lobby? Woof.
The lobby. Oh, yeah,
Guilty Gear.
with the whole, like,
Yeah.
you need to hit people. I was like, I hope they fix that. Jesus Christ.
Well, they delayed the game till next year, so fix it.
Yeah,
Everyone.
exactly. You got the time
Everyone
now.
hates it.
Fix it, fix it, fix it. Fry.
Fix it.
Fix it. Fry.
Okay, it's just cows again for the notifications. Now I'm sitting here, guys, and I'm like, why am I getting notified on like 3 of my accounts? I'm like, oh, it's just the tags.
Why is Josie's ice cream not on the floor melted?
Because it's special kind of ice cream. I don't know.
Made with the blood of cocaine.
Somebody should have clipped when I used Kazuya's gun and it actually hit.
Oh yeah, that was a thing they put up for pre-order this morning.
What?
So you remember how when they released Big Convoy in Japan the first time, he didn't have the
Sure.
cannon, and then like a year later they released him again with the giant cannon?
Yeah.
Well, freaking DNA Design is making a more accurate version of the cannon that
Oh my
came
God.
with the special edition that you can use with either the special edition or the first special edition of Big Convoy from Beast Wars. What is it, 2 or Neo?
Neo.
I always get them switched around.
Oh, that hit? That hit?
Wow.
I may have already not have found that as an
wow.
exploit. That it will hit if you're getting up. If you're on the ground, it won't hit. But if you're gonna get up, it hits any of you. Yeah.
Yeah, no. The thing is, I wasn't getting up. I think it was bouncing. She actually caught me in like a ground bounce. So
Yeah. You still got it.
Dang. Well,
That's
the last match.
impressive.
That's the last match. Good matches. GG, guys.
GG's.
And GG's
I was
all
close
around.
to getting that Magneto guy. I got a little too hasty at the end there.
You got the closest out of all of us, so.
Yeah.
I got one round out of it from him.
Alright, so... LPH said, well, I just bought the MK11 DLC.
Yay, RoboCop.
So,
Yay,
anything you guys want to plug before I plug and turn this off?
My plug is that I don't have one.
Sound up.
Check me out on YouTube at Sound12.
Wheelchair.
Check me out at YouTube at Wheelchair21 and on Twitter, but also don't forget to check out hero-club.com for all the news and media and podcasts and content we produce.
Because SoundOut said check me out on YouTube at SoundOut12 and you said check me out on YouTube, I legit thought you were going to say at SoundOut12 as well.
And you can also follow Hero Club across social media at Hero Club for Life.
I thought we were going to say at SoundOut12 as well, Wheels, really? The man already plugged. Alright, so you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all social media, with the same name you see right here on Twitch, Fighter Cows, and on YouTube, I believe you can search for Fighter Cows, because the URL isn't Fighter Cows, because YouTube shenanigans. And there you go. Follow, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, I'll do Shenmue 3, and twitch.tv/geekfighters, Saturdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, me, 16-Bit Jeff, Visible Ninja, and Double RPG are playing Judgment for PS4. With that said, I got 2 words left to say. Thanks a lot, and Nimu Kanyo.